Alrighty, so here we are with Left2Learn, April 12th, 2014. With me today is Rails Barlow. I mean, you might recognize him from his tournament casting.
Tournament casting. XBLAD, we all know that L2L is where I got my start, and L2L is where I love to cast. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be casting this game with you tonight. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy here. A little hot, so I'm turning on the AC, so I'm hoping everything goes well. And with us tonight for our mentors, we're going to be having for the it's like the Survivor team with Optimus Prime, Dinobox, Vixen, and I'm looking here. What's up? I don't know what his in-game name is, and they'll be mentored by Mr. Doodlebugs. With the infected team consisting of Hope, Henry, Yams, and Matex, which will be mentored by Dusty, not to be mixed up with Dusty numbers.
Right, Dusty, not Dusty numbers. And as far as I know, the only thing that discerns them from being the same person are how they spell their names and also the numbers in those names. So yeah, Dusty with the numbers is a good way to put it.
So many numbers. It's a good thing I don't have... What's the word for being afraid of numbers? Calculophobia? It can't be calculophobia.
I thought that was fear of calculators.
No. Because, I mean, what is it? Dyslexia for numbers is... And what was it for... How... I can't remember it.
I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know what the fear of numbers is.
I don't know what the fear of numbers is, but dyslexia for numbers, I can't believe... Dyscalculia for numbers. Dyscalculia.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Alrighty. So, we're still waiting on one person here for the Survivor team, which is, I believe, What's Up. First attack here looks to be... Trying to look here, and trying my best to see. It looks like a Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, and... Is it a Spitter?
That is... A Charger.
Charger, Smoker.
Charger, Smoker, Boomer, Hunter. Yes, and we're gonna be playing the Parish tonight. And as for those who know, the Parish is one of the main maps that is used in tournament play, and one of the most played campaigns in all the games. So it's always fun to see the Parish played, I think.
Oh, Parish is my favorite map, with the exception of
Finale.
All about that finale. Not a big fan of it in versus.
Yeah, and I know they used to play it in tournament play until they figured out that it was too much to skew the game one way or the other if the team did really well on finale, and I honestly don't remember the last time I played a Parish finale because it is never played in confocal games.
Still waiting on that fourth person. So, looks like the tank is going to be at 75% with a Witch at 13%. I've never seen a Witch this early. I don't know if it'll be forced back, but a Witch at 13%, I would imagine maybe somewhere near this, fence that you have to go some shit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's close to being right about there, and usually you can see survivors just kill the first attack and then take it, and then I have seen infected teams maybe try to hold one spawn to try to delay it, but usually you just typically see the entire attack go in. Now, the one thing that I like to point out here, and I've been seeing actually more teams do it as they prepare for the AST that's coming up, and even for the Amateur Pug Invitational Tournament that's happening, but XBLAD, do you go for the death charge here, or do you not?
Doesn't go for the death charge here.
There you go.
If you get a Spitter, I mean, yeah, I guess you could go for the non-death charge, but they have a Boomer, and they have the, I mean, going for a non-death charge here with the Boomer, you're not going to get that much damage. Everything's pretty closed in. There's so many things that just, so easy for the survivors to juke and hide behind. It's pretty hard to that much damage. I mean, these fence things, you can shoot through them, so...
Yeah, and I mean, I when I first started playing competitive, I thought that you weren't supposed to go for the death charge and stuff like that, but then the more and more teams you see do it, they either take the smoker and put it from the roof up there, or they place it on the patio section back there with the tables, and whatever really is able to get the survivors frozen for a second to jump in and have that happen it's pretty electric when you actually land it. I don't think you land it that often, but it's always good to go for it.
I mean, the death charge, it's really easy to get, really easy to set up, but it's also really easy to counter. The trick here is, the survivors, they need to focus the tongue. Alright, that's all they gotta do. They just gotta focus the tongue or the smoker. For the infected, though, they need to create a distraction. If the smoker is leading in, he will not get it. He'll just get shut down. You have to send in that hunter, gotta send in that boomer, all first before the smoker. Otherwise, if the smoker's the only thing going in, you're gonna have, 3 survivors just all shooting that tongue there. It's gonna go down pretty quick.
Yeah, you have to get the charge and the smoker or distraction, because as soon as, like you said, the survivors see that happening, they will try to clear that tongue. My name is being mentioned in the cross-team chat, as usual, and so I assume after we have that last person connect, then we'll see if our infected team wants to go for that death charge. The way it's setting up right now, I think they're probably going to, because they have the smoker repositioning to that side.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going for the death charge. Hunter and Boomer look to be looking for spawns, but they might not be bothering right now. They're probably just, just casually walking around, waiting for that fourth person to get in.
Yeah, and then we'll have different ways to see exactly how the survivors play this tank up here. With the 75% tank, I expect they'll probably keep it forward, most likely.
A 75% tank, they will have to go through the alley, so the infected might be able to get an attack. Right now it's blocked off, but that's because the survivors haven't path there. But yeah, the alleyway, a very, very brutal attack, possibility of a charger would spit, pulled on the other side, and having to go to the other side of the alley in order to clear the tongue. It's just very brutal, and I'm assuming that either they're going to have to step right under the archway, or they're going to have to step past the archways here in order to trigger this tank at 75%, and they will try and go back. They cannot play this tank in that open back lot there.
Yeah, they really won't find a way to do that, but it'll all depend on what the infected hit also comes out. But, probably best keeping one only, but that's what we want, so Duster Streams Incorporated, yes, thank you, Grizz. So, yeah, we will see exactly what our survivor team decides to do now that What-Ups has indeed connected to the server, and, yeah, we should be getting underway relatively soon here. They're asking your opinion, XPy.
I don't really care. But if they want to see the stream in 1080 in all its glory, then they'll come over to my stream. But if they want to see pixelation and probably 480p, I mean, they can go. That's their stream at Twitch TV.
Twitch TV. Yeah, see, you and your hitboxes, that's all. Your stream probably makes me feel butterflies in my tummy. You see, XPy, you just, like, you invigorate people with your streaming.
Well then. And also, another thing to note is that Hitbox right now doesn't seem to be having that many issues with a lot of the non-American, what's the word, non-American viewers. Twitch seems to have a lot of issues with non-American viewers, and a lot of people like from Europe or Australia or countries that we don't really get taught in, school system usually can't view on Twitch. I actually get a couple of viewers that join me on Hitbox saying thank you for streaming on Hitbox because I can't view anything on Twitch regardless of the links or regardless of the bitrate.
Yeah, and then I know also, actually, they were about to go live there, but then the countdown was indeed canceled, probably from someone respecing it. We are now going to go live here, XPy. Let's see if they go for that death charge like we were talking about.
Oh yeah, they're setting up for it, man. I can feel it. I can feel it, but will they land it, though?
That is the question. So we'll see exactly how survivors decide to take it here. They were coming out. Looks like they have a pretty balanced weapon setup here, actually running 3 Uzis and 1 shotgun. That's probably a good idea for a tank like this. The specs are shouting for the death charge like a bunch of gladiators, and survivors are going out.
Oh, that rocket boom not getting popped in a quad boom. Oh. No death charge, but that charge is going to go for punches. You get 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch. But it was God framed. Good ticks of damage there going on in Coach. A lot of damage going out here without a spitter.
I actually thought they were going to get the death charge at first, but then the survivors actually ran behind that fence there. That was pretty lucky for them because the distraction, I think, was good enough to actually land the death charge if it had to happen.
Looks like we're going to need our first pause of the game here.
What is that? Oh, because Coach is...
Coach is unable to move.
This is just the biggest bait in the history of Left 4 Dead. See? He's actually moving. What is happening?
Well then, as soon as, alright, it's like 2 steps forward or 1 step back, we're back to, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It looks like we're back to, not doing anything. This time we can't even move. I mean, I can move the camera, but...
He's got 1K ping right now. 1K. That's a lot of ping. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. Maybe that's also why the Charger got a lot of punches in, but I don't know exactly when his ping spiked, so I'm not sure what happened.
I think it's something I just got to tell you. They probably introduced it in the new Confoggle, but they never put it in the notes, is every time you get punched by a Charger, because they had to nerf the damage, they had to buff something, so every time you get punched, your latency goes up.
Yes, every time you're punched by a charger, it increases latency. That makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you, Jacob. Based Jacob, we love the conflict changes.
Next attack here, consisting of a 2-2 with Hunter and Charger. Boomer trying to rock it in, but fails. Charger looking to rock it in, but he's hesitating here. Probably a good idea. They want to sack this Boomer, though. If they can get rid of this Boomer, they can save this entire hit for the alley, which would be very brutal. It looks like that Boomer's going in, gets a single boom on Ellis. Charger and Hunter are going to be going in. Charger and Hunter's going to be blocked off there by that van, but he still gets somebody inside. And here comes the spit, and that will be a down.
Yeah, that's gonna be close to getting it down there, and that was just a case of the survivors kind of splitting up after that boom went in there, and that charger managed to land that free charge. Not usually recommended that the free charges like that are gone for, but if you manage to land them, good things do pay off. Would you have saved that hit for the alley there, X-Spy, or what do you think?
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Would you have saved the hit? Would you have
saved
the hit?
Yeah, I would have definitely saved it. I would have definitely saved it. I would have got rid of the Boomer, saved the entire hit. You probably would have got either a jockey or a smoker, and I would have preferred the smoker, which they have a smoker right now. I mean, they had to go into the alley. The smoker could have pulled him in the alley. Charger going to charge them forward, and that would have been one separated for the entire tank right there. 3 survivors versus 1 tank, full HP. Just does not look too well.
Right. So, we actually do have a tank up in the hands of Yam, so what worm should we go to, X-Spy?
I want to go to a survivor worm. I always found this is very interesting for the survivors to take. You know, you see
Alright,
go?
what? Yeah, do it.
He's dropped, he fell down. He's throwing a rock.
He's down.
You can trip tank.
He's in. He's down right here.
Trip tank, guys.
He's on Vixen, trip. Coach?
Focus tank.
Oh crap, the coach is AFK.
Us.
Coach, say something if you can't move.
Yeah.
You guys really might have to go on without me because this lag is not letting up.
So do we need a sub?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so it looks like there might be getting a sub here. We're going to be coming back here until the pause is over and back to the other room. So, Rails, this tank here, we just saw this tank try and go for a rock, but it looks like he fell down unintentionally there.
He fell down unintentionally, but then he was able to down in the corner. See, the way my camera is positioned is I am, like, cast off on the side in one of the buildings, because I was moving in one direction, and then apparently when it paused, I just got kicked into there. So I see the down, I see the tank in the middle of it, and it's interesting because since Coach wasn't able to move now, he's going to be free when Lyra comes back. So when Lyra jumps in and subs in for Dinobox, then we will see what they're able to do here. I think it's pretty much going in the Infected's favor right now because they still do have all 3 spawns up, so but we'll see what happens.
It doesn't look like it's going to be doing too well for this virus here. I mean, we see one common infected is up behind Nick and is probably going to get the hit on Nick. Rochelle, I can't tell if she's using a pistol or an Uzi right there, and Coach is definitely going to get cornered right off the bat here as soon as it's buzzed.
Yeah, and then the thing is, the Infected did play that right. Like you said, he went for the rock he was talking about, but I guess the commit actually worked. So, yeah, it's pretty good for the Infected right now. What do you think the Survivor's done a little bit better? Just tried to like stay a little bit more spread out, or?
Chip that tank. I mean, when he fell down, he overcommitted. I think he was down 2 spawns, or was it 1? Because I remember the boomer went in. If they had chipped that tank, they would have at least gotten into 2,000. But here we go. We're gonna go back.
Focus tank.
Charger off. Fuck.
Clear the
Smoke
smoke.
on me.
Clear the smoke.
Yeah, I think that's a wipe. Yep.
Alright, and we are back there. So yeah, as we just pointed out, I mean, the SI were all up. Coach is going to get cornered very quickly right next to the tank. Really not that much he could do. So it just, everything went a little bit wrong there for the survivors. Towards the end, I mean, with the lagging and then having to get a sub in right in the middle there, in the middle of a pause, not looking too good. But this tank, I would say this tank is pretty easy to play. So if the infected team can just wipe them, they can keep the scores really close. Or hell, they just need to kill someone.
Exactly, and I mean, I see either it going like totally to the infected side here or totally to the survivor side usually. And honestly, I think the best thing the survivors could probably do there, like we mentioned, is just kind of keep the tank in front of them and try to get chip on it before it commits. Because when you have a 6k health tank committing, and they also have maybe a boom going out, that's usually not good for survivors. But like you said, this map is actually not worth a whole lot of points, so it just we'll see how they get to do that. But we are going live.
Alrighty here, so 3-1, same as the previous team. Will they try for the death charge? It looks like they are setting up for that death charge. Boomer's looking for that rocket spawn. Hunter's going to be coming from the rooftop across. Hunter not able to get the spawn in. Boomer fails the rocket spawn, so this is really bad opening hit for the infected here. Hunter's now spawned up. Going to go for that DP. Here we get a pull into the back. Will not be a death charge. Gets cleared because he's the only one going in. Boomer comes in a quad boom, and the charger doesn't get stumbled. Hunter pouncing around trying to grab somebody, but misses, hits the flower pot. Smoker's going to that witch.
Yeah, they have the smoker up, and then also the... Actually, you're a spitter on my HUD right now, Xspy. I thought you were a spitter in the spawn queue, but you're not.
Damn it, I scripted it, I swear.
And now Dusty's a spitter on my queue, so I can't see that, but it's just a smoker. Smokers are going there, gets a nice intercept on the Nick. The witch is going to stand up there and actually either Godframe's going out.
And the down.
Oh. Yeah, that's unfortunate right there, because I think the Godframes I thought would have blocked the claw, but the spitter goes in there, doesn't get much of anything, just tries to delay pickup. That will be a full down before tank Xspy.
Well, the thing is, the witch was actually not going after Nick. The witch only clawed him because he was blocking the path to the survivor that shot it.
True. So I guess, yeah, somebody else tried to save it. That charger went for a free charge there and didn't get much of anything, but hopefully his ping is able to stay down so we don't need to have that substitute. The rest of the hit is coming up now with a hunter, a boomer, and a smoke.
Somebody just went down? How?
What? What?
Did he just... From a what happened?
I think he hit the traffic cone and the traffic cone downed him.
I've seen it happen before. It's a really old bug.
What is it?
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I think he actually did, and then
you
I don't know.
bug out. No. You touch a prop, and if you fall off and something goes terribly wrong with the server calculations or some shit, you take maximum fall damage.
I think that's what just happened to Coach, but that was...
Well, actually, one of the viewers are saying that he was on the roof. Did he just, like, common B-hop on top of a common infected? Because that's a bug that was fixed a long time ago with the 60 tick rate.
Alright then, so we do have a tank up now in the hands of Optimus Prime. Let's take it over to Survivor War Room, and I'll try to have an answer for you by the time you come back, Xspy, as to what happened.
Alrighty.
Yeah, just killed Boomer, so they should get a 3 kill.
Smoker's up.
Yeah, smoker's up.
As well as Hunter.
Be careful. Be careful all being in there at once, because you don't want to get cornered really early. Nice, that's
He's on top.
you guys should just LOS, he's down a spawn. As long as you can. You should still LOS.
Hunter's up.
Tank in.
Just rail that tank.
Fail.
What?
Oh,
wow. I'm dead.
yeah, it's like what I'm talking about, Hope. Being in there is just really bad because you kind of corner yourself.
Yeah.
If you get punched at all, you're better off.
Alright, and we're back. So, we just saw some really good tank and infected teamwork there.
Yeah, we did, actually. We started off with that tank getting a rock there on the Rochelle, and then a couple more of the infected being able to actually get more support for their tank there. That was a very support-driven tank, and the Charger actually managed to land a double charge as the tank was going in as well. Tank was able to get the lockup sag needed. So, yeah, we see traded wipes here, Xspy. I'm not exactly sure what Survivors could have done in that position, besides it's not taking a lot of the damage from the support, but...
Well, one thing that was actually mentioned in the war room is that they should not have been all in there. But being all
Yeah.
in there, it made it very easy to get cornered. It made it easy for somebody to just get screwed over very quickly, and you weren't able to block spawns or chip any of the special infected that were pre-spawned outside. Ideally, you either want to have 2-2, you want to have 2 inside and 2 outside, or 3-1 with 1 inside and 3 outside. This maximizes your amount of coverage on all teammates and in spawns.
Yeah, exactly, as you said. And then when you're in there, if they didn't clear the tables as well, that's one of the things you want to do to be able to actually move around when the tank pushes, because the tank will usually try to push the person who's inside to let support have a free shot at the people outside when he recommits after getting them down. But I think the other thing survivors probably could have looked out a little bit more for there was also just kind of spreading out with their area, because you never want to put yourself in a really controlled space with more than one person when a tank commits.
Alright, so this first hit here consisting of what looks like a 3-1 with Charger, Boomer, Jockey, and Smoker. A very good, ideal first hit here. Tank is going to be at 50%, and Witch at 34%, which might be skippable if it's not positioned properly. And Tank?
Right after the
I'm
event
trying to
starts?
remember. Trying to remember.
I think it's like when you open the door and then you go out there, and then it's like right as it spawns, so you can kind of just stand still. Yeah.
I think it's before it.
Oh, you think it is?
Oh, we'll see.
We shall see. Zen Spec, you're ruining my HUD. So yeah, we'll wait for Hope for Days to ready up here. And then what do you recommend for the infected to do on this first hit here, X-By?
Kill them.
I couldn't have said it better myself, honestly. That's exactly what they want to do. But I see a lot of teams sometimes starting to drop things from the top of the safe room there. And then for survivor positioning, they usually have to look up to stop those spawns, and then also see stuff coming from pretty much all sides. Interesting tidbit, you can actually take a smoker and put it on the graded pathway over there that actually has a block of wood going up it now, or like a plank going up it now. So if you stick a smoker there, usually survivors look in the opposite direction, and the smoker can get a pull up to the white van.
Well, I mean, there's many ways you can play this with this setup. The one that you mentioned there, or Smoker sits up at the police car and pulls somebody out of the safe room area, or you have the Boomer set up across the safe room behind the van and get an easy, unavoidable boom. In most cases, when you hear a Boomer, a lot of people will back up, so the boom is unavoidable. A good survivor there will know to hug the van to avoid getting vomited on.
Right, because if you press up against the van like that, then you won't actually get the vomit. Yep, because that's just how the gravity works, I guess, with booms.
Another thing I actually like to do with this is sack the Boomer. You see, you put the Boomer on top of the balcony, the little balcony right over them, jump down immediately, get a single or double spawn, and they usually just camp out the entire horde, and by then you can get a spitter.
Yep, and then the thing is, well, if they clear correctly, then it won't really matter if there's no space open when the survivors are there anyway, because most of the horde will indeed be dead. But then, if you can get that spitter up, as you said, then you have a full hit going in, and spitters there can be really devastating.
No, tell me about it.
Oh, do you want me to tell you about it? Well, see, spitters are able to spit into the safe room after the charger charges in, and that's usually a lot of damage that goes out, and we're going live. As I said, it looks like the survivors are going to try to bait that comment out here. And after they get them clear, we should see, I don't know if they're actually all going to rush out or not. They're probably going to play it somewhat conservatively.
Smokers are going to be pulling behind the car, and
Yep.
Boomer's going to be rocketing.
Yeah, Boomer will rocket in from the top up there. Charger's standing on top of them, and then also they put the jockey over with that Charger. Smoker's going to spawn up now. Boomer jumps in,
There's
too.
a rocket boom nowhere
Oh.
near where you needed to be. Good jockey, though. Here comes Charger. Very late, though. Here comes the Charger to get coach, but it doesn't land. That jockey right there, nobody clearing in those punches. We're going to be seeing some latency increase coming in on coach here in a sec.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that probably means he's going to have to sub out. I thought
Gotta
they were
stop
going
getting
to
hit by those charges.
The Charger latency increased punch. Oh, goodness. Yeah, he's going to have to sub out. His ping's like 1,000 right now.
Alright, Jacob. If you're watching this, Jacob, I think you buffed the Charger too much. You're going to have to remove the latency punch.
Yeah, the latency punch thing was not a good idea there. And then when you're playing with that high latency, it literally is unplayable. Like, there are merits to playing with ping like 150 to 200 something, but when it's that high, it's fine. It won't drop until it crashes again.
Man, I know what you're talking about. Back in my day, I played with dial-up. American Online, bro. American Online.
Gosh. You played with dial-up?
Alrighty, so next hit is coming up here, consisting of what looks to be a 3-1 with Charger and Boomer. They can set up here at the bathrooms. Here, going to be a little difficult. Boomer rockets out, gets popped very easily. Charger spun up behind, going solo, one punch, going for a charge. Oh, almost grabs Coach, but gets cleared mid-charge there. A good pull onto Rochelle, but no ticks of damage. Pounce lands, gets about 2 ticks of damage there.
Yeah, so some nice chip actually going on with the survivors here right now, and that is one of the typical hits that you see in that field. It's so hard to hit in that area, but most teams do indeed go for it to keep spawn cycling and also to get another hit in before survivors get close up here. They should probably have another hit up by the time the before the survivors obviously get to the event area, and we will see exactly where that tank spawns. Oh yeah, Witch is up.
Oh wow, yeah, they can definitely use this Witch. Looks like the survivors are taking this area here, rushing out, knowing that the attack was not up. Boomer spawned up, gets a single boom over the fence, gets a proxy under Rochelle. They could, oh no. The Infected need to know how to get on top of that bridge. It's very, very vital here. You have to do kind of an L jump. The Charger looks like he's going to try and do it, but he doesn't know. Oh, he got it. He got it. You kind of got to do a bit of an L jump. Curved L.
Survivors have to be careful too because they know the Infected are set up near that Witch. This could be pretty crucial here if they don't do the proper, if they don't take it cautiously enough.
I would go so far as to say, leave the Witch and take care of the tank, but then you have an issue with the Witch and the tank in the same area, and he misses it. Charger and Spitter are looking for it. Charger is definitely out of position, but the Spitter can't grab that though, but he still gets it. Spit Spread just not going in his way though.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that might be a wipe. No,
he's still alive.
There will be a clear onto that smoker, but wow, that was a pretty brutal attack, and it was very disorganized too. Charger and Spitter were both out of position for that charge. Jockey did a great job of covering.
That was so close to being, and I think that Spit, right, if it had been just a little bit closer to Dino Box, it's so lucky for them that his ping didn't spike at that situation either, but they're going to get out of that, but that's one of the dangers of trying to go for a Witch Crown when a hit is up. You want to go for the 25 points, but they just lost, like, I don't know how much permanent health. Yep, okay, so you were right. It's before the event. It's in the hands of Hope for Days. Do you want to go to Infected or Survivor Worm here?
Oh, an Infected Worm for this, man. Infected hate playing this tank because you gotta get all the way over to the maze.
Alright, let's do it.
Reload.
They go back.
Oh, they're going all the way back.
Yeah, they're going all the way. Yeah. I was trying to stop him.
Do you want Boomer or the recap?
Just try to get the boom right now, because if they go on the field, it's gonna be impossible.
Fuck.
Don't worry about the dumpster.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I can get a little easy one.
Reloading. Get ready, we got a tank. Shoot it. Reloading.
Alright, you can just start going in if you want. If they fight it there, that's way better than out in the open.
We got a tracker.
Yep, go ahead and go in.
Alright.
Reloading. I'm a reload.
Alright, SI start finding spawn. You can get out if you want. Oh, no.
Nice.
That'll work.
Nice. Just one shotgun behind you.
Nice, man. Nice.
Oh
nice
shit!
work.
Nice.
Well played.
Alright, and we're back. That was a very well-played tank there. Albeit, he should have probably gotten out as soon as he got that first rock and then played rock tank for the rest of it. But wow, just a very well-played tank there. Good coordination with the SI in a very open area.
Yeah, typically, like Xbox just said, you usually see wipes coming out, or not wipes, but, actually wipes coming out, or at least a lot of damage from the rock tanks in that area, but I guess with the way the Survivor's health was post near Tricap, I guess he could afford to push in there? Essentially?
No.
No? Okay, I'm just wrong.
For that tank,
scumbag
yeah,
spreads.
for that tank, you never want to push in. it's like you literally have to weigh going AI with going in and dying anyways. Those are usually the options. Most of the time, you will not have a tank wipe there if they have to commit.
Right, yeah, usually it's better just to kind of play it long there. I guess he figured that he could probably get an initial lockup on somebody because they were slow, because I think they actually had one survivor slow-ish by the time he wanted to push in, so that would be the only way I'd see a commit there viable. But it paid off for them, and now the survivors just have to avoid having what happened with the witch happen again. Oh, I need to spectate. I spectated. Alright, we're good.
Why? Why? Why do you do this?
I do this because Mr. Doodle says to do this. Mr. Doodles is one of the mentors, and he needs to see his spawns, even though he's using the spec HUD. You know. X-Spy's turn. X-Spy, you got a spec.
Why? I already did. It's not my fault. It's somebody else's.
I did it too. And now it's Dustin's
See?
spec.
I told
This-
you. I told
this-
you. It's not
this
me.
is-
It's somebody else.
This is what would happen if people watched the stream, but since they decided to come in here and sit in server, then we have to respec all the time. This is why we can't have nice things. And we are indeed going live here with the second half of the second chapter, and we'll see. It looks as though the infected actually want to set up with a different kind of hit. That smoker's going to try to pull from behind the fence, and the charger from around the corner. Jockey is behind the van. And then the Boomer actually, I think, lost his spawn for a second there. He's trying to get back in position. And the Boomer will go from behind the van as well, X-Spy, like you said.
It's a really good spot. Oh, but he's too close. He's not going to get that boom.
Yup.
And he loses his spawn. Jockey spawned up, though, but that jockey will be cleared very quickly. Good clear. Boomer comes in. Tri-boom. Oh, and Ellis is completely separated. Smoker tries to pull, but misses. Charger coming in. Charger's going for the van. One punch, and he gets a charge. Oh, that's very brutal. That'll be at least one more hit. Oh, melee weapons OP.
Melee weapons OP, but yeah, that was a nice play with the Charger there, seeing that Ellis was kind of cornered, going in there, and since the other survivors were boom, they could not pick him, so we will now see the survivors push their way out, and yeah, they're saying lagging there from the Smoker again, Dinobox and his ping, but yeah, do you like going right or left here, X-Spy? I think people most likely used to go right, or like to go right, I should say.
Right's far more open.
I guess the only merit of going to the gazebo is if you're looking for an extra melee weapon or something?
You got a melee weapon at the right side, too. Go into the right bathroom. Or if you want to be more specific, you go into the men's bathroom.
There's always going for the men's room because everybody knows that men take melee weapons to the bathroom when they go.
Very violent, this game.
Left 4 Dead 2 is not violent.
Anyways, next attack is up, consisting of a 3-1 with Charger and Boomer. Hunter pouncing up, gets blocked by some invisible wall there, and gets cleared very quickly. Jockey and Charger are left up alone here. Probably going to save for this witch, because they know the survivors are going to rush that witch if the entire attack goes in. But looks like Charger's going to go for the alleyway. I do not agree with this. What is this? No, I definitely don't agree with this. Good Jockey, though. He's trying to make the best of a bad situation there. Gets in some chip damage on Hope, making him slow, and now bleeding before the tank. Which is now going to be crowned here by Coach. Oh, but he misses!
Yeah, that was a case of... And then the Smoker tries to get up cover there. Will get up cover there onto Nick. And I think the issue there was that he tried to shoot, and I think when he crouched and shot, it either didn't hit the witch or like went around the side. I'm not sure.
He missed.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, though, that I tried to do a one-on-one with him a couple days ago, and he was busy, so... I bet he's regretting it now.
Alright, that is some wonderful information, and thank you, X-Spy. I guess he'll probably try to do a 1v1 with you, or one-on-one lesson, I should say, with you now. Anybody else who wants to do one-on-one lessons with X-Spy, they are the best way to get individual mentored help in this entire community. We have a tank up in the hands of What-Ups here. That Boomer got popped, and it's time to take over to an infected war room, don't you think, X-Spy?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Climb over the fence. Yep.
Second pass.
You're fine. You might have to commit though. No, wait,
Yeah,
don't go
save
in.
response for now.
We have a good tri-cap here. We'll just wait.
Don't go in yet.
He might have
I mean
to.
SI. I mean SI.
Yep,
Sorry.
just commit in.
Go tank, go tank, go tank.
No, just run it, just run it. You're at 25. It's okay if they chip you, cuz...
It's got it.
Yep, okay. Corner one person only, and then stick to him.
You guys don't have to go in before that. Go.
Going. Got Ellis. Okay.
Damn it.
Alrighty, and we are back.
Indeed,
So-
and that was what you mentioned to me there, XBY, about why the tank shouldn't commit there, because he wasn't able to really get a lockup on any of the survivors, and then the support really wasn't able to do a whole lot either, I don't think.
I mean, what you should do there, he came in with 25% rage, or was it 35? Either way, he came in with very low rage. Good proxy there, and we're going to see a pullback. Separation gets shoved aside. Great job by Matix saving that shove. We see a pounce onto somebody here, and he gets stumbled aside, so he can get cleared quick, and a spit into the alley. Rochelle standing on that garbage pile there.
What a load of garbage. But yeah, as you said, but the
I
tank...
know, right? But yeah, as I was saying, in that scenario, you have 6,000 HP, and you have 35% rage. It doesn't matter. It's very low rage. I would suggest just go into the maze and start throwing rocks. Take as much chip as you need until you can land that first rock. I mean, obviously you don't take 3,000 chip for a single rock, but you just need to be able to keep that tank as a rock tank. And the charge is coming in. Oh, that stumble!
Pull it out
Great
of the
pull.
back, too, and then the jockey does get the cover on there with that 2 boom. That was weird, 'cause I thought the charger got stumbled, and then it
Look at
froze
this
his charge.
pull! What in the world did I just witness?
I saw it too. This has been the weirdest game of Left2Learn I think we've had in a very long time. With Coach and the code in the first chapter, and then this.
Yeah, I wish I could be that flexible, man.
Ooh.
It helps
Still
when you need to
time.
scratch your back.
Man, that was one of the oddest things I think I've ever seen. Anyway, so the Losing Survivors still have a pretty nice health bonus actually coming out here right now. It's a shame we didn't get to see an event tank here, because there are different ways to handle the event tank. And looks as though they're going to try to send this in from the top. The Hunter did get a little bit chipped there. Charger, Jockey, and a Spitter is the rest of the infected hit. It looks like they're going to try to jump down the Survivors all at once here, XBY.
I like it. Although this Hunter should be getting punished here, but nobody's looking for that Hunter. Nobody's punishing him.
Oh, no. They're waiting for the top. They're waiting for the top.
Oh, and they can chip him through the floor. Great kill onto that Charger. Holy crap. Great clear on that Charger. Oh, Hunter, yeah, well, on both anyways, both got cleared pretty good, but that Hunter, holy crap.
Yeah, exactly, and then the Hunter got picked, and the Charger got nicely cleared as well. And it's pretty cool to see, actually, that Matix being able to get those couple of kills out there, great survivor positioning, just getting those clears off, and this health bonus is pretty big right now, XBY.
Okay, it's a very good health bonus. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's not that much left for the infected to do. The next 2 attacks here pretty much suck. The most you can do is do a charge spit around the corner. Looks like we're going in. A great tri-boom. Here comes the jockey coming in.
Joker's also going to get a quick pull, then also does get cleared. Hunter pounces it on the back there, manages to land on Coach, but that's all not health bonus, so it looks like Survivor's going to have a pretty much free run to the save from here. Matex still has most of his health intact, and Yams also has a pretty nice portion of his. 39, just one shy being fast. So, yeah, that'll put the Survivor team right now in a pretty good position to take a big lead in this chapter.
Oh, Ellis might go down here from a common infected, but they're doing a good job of keeping him in the middle. But the SI are up. They can go for that scratch. They can delay everything here. Charges leading in. I don't agree with this lead, and he gets cleared.
But that's going to be a lot of damage on the Matix. Actually, he's caught inside that spit.
Oh,
and he
wow.
jumps actually back down into
No.
it. That's going to be all the permanent health, except for Yam's permanent health gone, so that will drop the bonus by quite a large margin. Looks like Nick wants to just kind of get in the safe from and clear there, leaving Coach.
Yeah, they were sitting at 336 bonus, and now down to 46. No, 63.
They'll get a little bit more when the last Survivor gets up, but yeah, that just completely knocked out that health bonus there. Wow. Hunter goes in for a last-ditch pounce. He's going to get dead stopped and knocked away, and yes,
they don't even kill him. They don't even kill him.
Do you expect them to kill the special infected at the end of the round? Honestly,
I would. I would keep that door open and kill that Hunter.
I would keep that door open and kill that Charger and the Hunter. This is why I get wiped all the time. Anyway, end of the second chapter is going to be a 758 to 399 point game.
Well, you know what? I'll keep that door open, and I'll kill the next 2 attacks. How about that?
And this is why we can't play in these games, XBY, because then we get kicked for being baddies.
Just because I want to up my frag count.
Yes, upping your frag count by sitting at the end and just farming special infected kills, and then eventually you're going to screw up and get capped in the safe room, and nobody wants that. Oh, 78% tank here, 39% witch.
Oh my.
Yeah. 78% tank is going to be pretty entertaining. That's probably going to be top of the bridge near the ambulance, right?
Uh-oh, we're going to get to see who eats the missile!
Oh, gosh. For those who don't know, yes, the missile that usually blows up the car there, that can hit a tank, and the tank can get dropped down to 2k health.
Less than that. I think it's... How much does it do? 5,000 damage? I don't remember. It is something pretty big. You only have at least... you have over... I don't know. Under 2,000.
It gets to be some ridiculous margin there, and then even special infected can get slammed by that missile. But yeah, the point differential here actually really isn't that bad. But on this first hit, I see it either go one way or the other for, like, usually they're a great infected hit, usually involving a charge back in the safe room or something like that. How do you suggest the survivors position themselves on this first hit?
Yes.
What? I asked you, how do you suggest the survivors position themselves? And you said yes.
That's my response. You got a problem with that? You got a problem with that?
Alright, so Xbox simply suggests that the survivors do somehow manage to position themselves.
I mean, if it were up to me, I would have 3 people running out, and 1 person needs to stay on the, not by the door, but, because here's the thing. If you have somebody stay inside the safe room, you risk them getting charged, pounced, or jockeyed into that safe room. You can't shoot through the walls in the safe room there. And so that person is going to take at least 20 damage, and that's just a minimum amount of damage that they're taking inside the safe room. But you don't want to have all 4 underneath. You need to have somebody chipping the SA as they're falling down off the bridge.
Right, and then from the SI side of things, oh, actually we're getting unready here, because we will see a BRB from Hope for Days. And they actually have, I see 3 chargers on my HUD. This is not good.
I would say that's probably better than, or I mean, that's probably worse than what they have right now, I mean.
Yes, because, alright,
Chargers got nerfed, man. They got nerfed. They do less damage, but have latency punch.
Right, so then if you have 4 chargers, all who have latency punch, wouldn't that not wreak havoc on a survivor team if all, like, 3 or 4 of them have their ping spike up to 1,000?
No, here's what happens. You send only 1 person out, the other 3 cover that person. That person will time out at the end of the attack, though. So you will have to pause after that. It'll literally just, it'll say timed out.
Oh my gosh. That is why you gotta all go see what happens in the EQ Cup, because the EQ Cup is going to have super latency punches where if you actually punch somebody as a charger, you have the ability to take control of that person's survivor. And when you take control of that person's survivor, you can just sack the other team for 10 seconds until it swaps you back, obviously.
No, I got an idea here. How about, alright, how about for every point of damage you get, like, remember damage bonus? Right, damage bonus.
Huh.
Right. For every point of damage you get, your ping goes down. So it's a battle for how far in the map you can get, minimize the damage you get or take from the SI, because the more damage you take, the better their pings get.
Oh, that makes sense.
Next attack, or the first attack here is coming in here 3-1 with Charger and Spitter. Jockey's already pre-spawned on the rooftop or highway area, crossing them. Hunter's pouncing in here quickly. Doesn't land though, gets stuck and he goes in for round 2 there. Jockey gets cleared. Charger comes in, 1 punch. We're gonna see some latency on Ellis there in a sec.
Oh goodness, yes, the points of latency is kind of taking up. The thing that I like that the Infected did there is that they led in with the Hunter and the Jockey. They got that positioning right, because then whenever you're dealing with a situation that's in competitive play, you don't want to leave it in with the Charger, because the Charger will just get focused by teams, because teams know if they take out the Charger, then that really just destroys the effectiveness of an attack. So hopefully we see more of that, that's good. Next attack is indeed coming up soon. It's going to be a Smoker, a Jockey, a Boomer, and a Hunter. What?
Some shopping.
Yeah. Shopping when the hit was, well, the hit was still coming up. So we have that Smoker actually trying to get a pullback here. He's going to barely miss. So now we have the Hunter pouncing in as well. Jockey's trying to get something too. Smoker's going in. Jockey does manage to land. Hunter takes the Jockey's target. Jockey's trying to land a even.
Oh, here comes that Boomer!
Oh! Boomer got a try, Boom.
Nobody was looking up at that Boomer. Nobody.
Man, that was some good opportunisticness by that Boomer. Yeah, as we said, we'll see our Witch at 39%, our Tank at 78%. So they should be able to make it at least through the next choke, I think, before the Witch comes up. At least.
More shopping going on here. They could have probably taken one person to go up here, but instead they went shopping, but that's fine, I guess. Taking it very slow, being careful. Witch is now up at the bottom here. Charge is leading in. I don't agree with this, but he manages to grab something, but he gets leveled.
That was a nice shutdown by the survivors there. That Charger did lead in, and the Hunter and the Jockey both tried to land, and they got shut down. And then the Spitter wasn't able to really spit on anything. We'll just see exactly if they are able to kill the Switch right now. We have 2 survivors rushing for it, and that's going to be a double partner
Oh,
crown.
wow. 906
Wow.
damage by Yams. He would have missed that.
Yeah, that teamwork was awesome right there. Rochelle was sitting right there for the cover. Both of them were going for it. That was a great partner crown there, just helping your teammate out just in case. Gonna be a 2-2 for survivors coming up next. Spitter, Boomer, Jockey, and a Smoker. And that the bird's actually gonna spawn in the back there. Does get a long boom. Alice has to be careful here. He's still upstairs, and then he does manage to drop before anything catastrophic happens to him up there. Spit goes in.
Oh, that
well.
spit delay. Got
Ow.
some separation going here.
Jockey seems like he wants
Jockey's
to go.
thinking about it. Jockey's thinking about it.
We did it.
He probably should have went after the person that wasn't Boom now.
Yes, I would say that'd be a good idea. But now, something that we do have to talk about here is what they have implemented to nerf the ladder choke here, X-By.
I'm not too happy about it. I remember there was a huge discussion about it almost about 2 years ago, and nobody agreed to it, so I don't know how they... we'll see how it goes. Yeah, apparently Spit doesn't do that much damage anymore? Or does it do any damage?
Spit doesn't do damage on the ladder, and then they also put a pipe there where one survivor can stand and shoot up at the special infected, so that spit damage won't calculate if the survivor stands.
Wait,
so you can
what
still
the hell is that thing at the bottom of the ladder?
That thing at the bottom of the ladder, right there, that is a portal to hell that Jacob put in, so if you jump in the wrong direction, you will just be sucked under the map.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Sounds like something Jacob would do.
No, I think they actually put there in something that Jacob would do.
His charger has some blood on him. What the hell's going on?
see right there, the survivors can stand and pick the charger like that. And I think they actually have Nick's position on the pipe right now. I'm not sure what's going on next play either. Smoker, Hunter, Boomer, Charger. Boomer already uses Boom, but now Nick is able to pick those common by standing there. I think if he gets charged, they can actually lift him out of the hole, though. I'm not 100% on that, though.
Yeah, you probably could if he stands up. On somebody just pointing out it's manholeception. They have a manhole inside of a manhole.
What is going on right now? That Boomer just jumped down. Boomer gets M2'd there.
Would that classify as ladder blocking?
I don't know. The commoner ladder blocking as well. I'm not entirely sure, but now we will see survivors come up now.
Go kick Common.
Yeah. Common should get
Look at
kicked.
this Hunter pouncing around.
Oh!
Oh wow,
Both
almost
go in.
double.
That was nice. See, without the spit effectiveness there, that just kind of nerfs the entire hit. You actually see
But
teams
they didn't have a
actually
spitter
trying.
though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying even if they would have a spitter there, it still would have got pretty nerfed. That Smoker tried to get pulled in the back, but not able to get much of anything.
Oh, look at this. Rochelle trying to cut it with a golf club. Don't think it works like that.
I don't think it does either.
If it's worth anything, I always felt it should do something to tongue. Like, it doesn't cut it, but you lose your melee weapon. You know, the Smoker pulls your melee weapon instead of you.
Yeah, the spitter gets a little bit of a chip there, actually, onto Ellis. Jockey tried to go in there and intercept as well. Smoker's still trying to get that pull in the back, looking for it. Boomer also has a spawn. But yeah, what I mentioned, they're actually going to pick the Smoker, so they go and they pick the Smoker now. That's going to be another spawn down.
Very good job there by the survivors.
Yeah, Jockey looks like he wants to go near at the top here. Spit's going to go in there and tries to delay. Gets M2 by Nick. That's going to be spit separation, and the Jockey does manage to land. That's going to be a lot of damage going out into Madix right now.
And that's permanent health, too.
That's all perm health that's about to be down. That actually might even result in an in cap. That Boomer got a singular boom onto Ellis in the back. But yeah, as I said with the hole there, what they try to do is they try to actually launch different
Tank
hits
is
than
up.
one at the top. Oh yeah, the tank is now up into
We
the
didn't get
hands
to
of
see the
Dinobox.
missile. We didn't get to see the missile attempt.
He didn't get hit. He didn't get hit by the missile though, so we're okay.
Ah.
So I think he's okay. But it is up in the hands of Dinobox right now. Is this a good idea for a Survivor and Infected War Room, do you think?
I feel like infected. This is very survivor-sided.
Oh, right.
Oh, here we go.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
We'll try to get a pull for you.
Go for it!
No! Wow. I stink.
Oh, okay.
Shoot the damn tank! Shoot it! Everyone shoot the tank!
Aim upwards so it goes up. Okay, no, yeah, just go for Nick. Oh, nice try. Good try.
Alrighty, and we are back there. So some pretty unfortunate punches there. Physics are just not working well with the tank there. Missed a couple of car hits, and I mean, Nick jumped down there. It was really risky to try and clear that person that was down there.
That was just unfortunate there, as you said. Physics were not going on the side of the tank in that situation. Survivors still have a pretty nice situation standing here with the health bonus that they do have, but the Infected will have a couple more hits, I think, to try to do some work on them. Jockey, Smoker, Spitter, Hunter coming up for the next hit. That Smoker's going to spawn in the back, so is the Hunter and the Jockey. Hunter's going in there, is going to get, actually almost tries to get a pounce, and gets nice and skeeted by Hope for days. That Smoker gets a quick pull, then just get cleared. The Jockey gets cleared as well, and Spit goes in for a delay.
Well, not really much of a delay there.
Yeah, true. They can kind of just go around it there. What do you think the tank could have done a little bit better there, X-Spy? I know it's a hard spot to play a tank from the infected side in.
It looks like she was having trouble with her cars there, so you gotta get a bit more experience with your cars, especially for that tank. That tank relies on cars, literally. If you don't know how to hit hittables, that tank is dead. I mean, it's a straight run, straight to the tank, or straight to the survivors. At least a minimum 4K ship before you can even get in. Oh, and that stumble onto the SI.
Oh, that was a nice play there by Coach. I think he actually managed to level the Charger and also clear the Hunter, and then he also slaps the Jockey. That's going to be a nice Survivor round coming up by the Survivor team, making it into the save from there with a bonus of 312 plus the 25 for the Witch. That's some nice running there.
I'd say Survivors did a really great job there. Let's see if the Infected team, now switching over to the Survivors, can see if they can make it in with this bonus, because it is, I guess, with the nerf to that manhole there, it is pretty possible to make a large amount of bonus, and that particular tank, if you play it well and don't get hit by the hittable, you can easily blow the tank.
The thing about the ladder choke nowadays is, though, since the spit nerf did actually indeed happen, then you see teams hitting at different points in time. You see them hitting when the survivors drop down from the top. You also see them hitting sometimes down below. They took one survivor on the ladder, then the other three the 3 or 4 special infected come from down below instead to actually try to trap the survivors in the sewer. And by doing that, they can get the spit damage still to count. The reason that Inception manhole is there is, I think, due to the fact that they need to put the spit nerf in. So since that infected, or not, that's that other like manhole sits there or whatever, that bottom thing that Jacob put in that I said was a portal to hell, I think that actually is how the spit is nerfed, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Interesting.
Right, let's roll.
Yeah, so Survivors are going to push out here right now soon. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, Charger for our first hit for the Special Infected. Survivors are going to clear out a little bit of common here and just trying to make their way through the map, I guess, without a whole lot of incident. They have to make sure that they shut down that Charger and that the Charger does not indeed land. They're going to push out under the bridge right now. Hunter goes in there, gets a nice pounce, actually.
Oh, wow.
Charger's going to go in there. Wow, that's a nice...
That charge!
Yeah, the Charger and the Jockey both actually managed to land there. Spit goes down to Nick as well. That was a great infected attack, I'd say.
It was so well coordinated. The Hunter landed. Charge landed, the Jockey landed. It was almost a tri-cap. Spit on the charge, albeit it was on the hill, so the spit kind of, you know, dwindled downward, so it didn't spread too well, but still a really good attack.
What you're seeing right there are the general principles of infected coordination at play, just sending in the right infected to lead in, and then having the other like propensity to send that Charger and actually land the charge. Let's see if they can actually replicate it here. Smoker, Charger, Spitter, Hunter for the infected team. Let's see exactly if the survivors choose to drop here, if they choose to bait it out. They're going to drop. They're going to drop in. They're dropping in. They're actually going to send the infected attack in here right now. Charger's a free charge actually going out right there. That's going to be another spit going down. Wow, that's a beautiful tri-cap with the Smoker and the Hunter as well. That's going to be a lot of damage going out into the survivor team here. That was
Rochelle needs to shove that comment off of herself.
Oh, the Hunter. She shoved the Hunter off and didn't kill it, so the Hunter's going to get a repounce there on the Coach. And actually, Alt might die. Nick, but actually, they are going to pick him up. But those were two, first in your tri-cap, and then that attack right there, X-Spy, that was awesome.
Come on your feet.
And things are looking very unfortunate with the Survivors here. I mean, I don't think they're going to make it at the tank, but they need to make as much distance as possible, keep these scores as close as possible, and try and come back on the 4th map.
There's not a whole lot even the Survivor team could have done right there, because that was just picture-perfect play by the SI. And then, as you said, Rochelle just needed to kind of get that comment off. That Boomer tries to bunny hop in. It's going to land the long boom there onto Ellis. How do you see that the Survivors could have prevented that tri-cap from occurring there, X-Spy? Actually, we'll talk about that after this attack. Because that jockey goes in there, gets the jockey onto Nick. Smoker's going to get another cover there. That's going to be another beautiful 2-cap coming out by our special infected team. That's going to be more damage going in on the coach right there before he does get cleared. But yeah, as you said, they seem to make distance. How do you think the best way to prevent tri-caps is?
I think that's all you can really say. You can't prevent a tri-cap in any way. I mean, they were spread out, so they weren't going to stumble. So then it just came down to they got capped.
Oh, and the Hunter gets in there and actually manages to trigger that Witch. Gonna jump in, that's gonna be a down going out on the off. And have to be careful with that Witch, and then Brewer's gonna get another try, but man, this infected team is just on it right now. The rest of that actually is gonna go in. That's gonna be another jockey landing there on the coach. The asshole, this is stacked. Oh, alright then. Well then, that's some positive attitude going out.
Well, I mean, it didn't seem like it the first 2 games, but here it just the infected team like completely switched out or something and are dominating.
Beautiful double charge goes out there. They hit Coach down with the proxy on the charge, and the Hunter on there gets literally everything the infected team has said here or has sent in has landed. That's just a crazy good infected play.
On this pull onto Rochelle. So close to a 2-cap, but that is a 3 people down. 3 people down. Yeah, that's awesome English. 3 people down.
Oh, hey, it's right. Now he has to pick up Op before
Nick.
Op.
No, Nick is dead. But the spitter was going to come in. Nick was dead anyways.
Yeah, we're just seeing a complete turn of events in the first 2 chapters here. Survivors just really haven't been able to get anything going in this chapter. Everything the special infected have launched in is pretty much landed. There's really not a whole lot, as you said, you can do to prevent that from happening. It's just about, actually another 100 pounds goes out in. That's going to be a death on the Vixen, and then Rochelle M2's the Hunter and then manages to kill it. Boomer's going to waddle in for a boom here. Actually manages to troll the pickup, and then vomits and doesn't vomit anywhere. It's just Rochelle left. Proxy goes out onto her, and that's probably going to be the wipe here, X-Spy.
You got this, Rochelle. At least kill the Charger. Oh. Really unfortunate here for the Survivor team. It's a 1,000-point difference. The only thing you could really hope for is a 13 or 10% tank and wiping them. Otherwise, things are not looking too well there.
Yeah, due to the fact that Finale is indeed not played at the competitive level, because as we mentioned at the top of the cast, it's about the fact that it could skew games so heavily one way or the other just by a single chapter. Like, you could not have a very good score, then you can score up to like 2,000 points or something like that crazy on the last chapter. I don't really see them reintegrating it into competitive play anytime soon, I don't think, either.
Feels good.
Unfortunately, they're not going to get the early tank either.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. I mean, there isn't going to be really much of a comeback here. I think unless, of course, like the infected team just starts playing really well here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one thing about the parish here. If you don't get that, like the first 2 chapters set it up, and then if you're behind going into the 3rd chapter, the tank spawns really do dictate exactly what happens for the rest of the game, I'd say. They want us to do a cycle of spectating right now, X-Spy, because they have a lot of people in their homes.
If they were just watching the stream, wouldn't have this issue.
You sound bitter there, X-Spy. I don't know why you sound bitter.
What?
They're not watching the stream. They're sitting here. They're watching live, man.
Reloading.
Come on, you can't tell me that. Well, see, the thing is, with the ability to have WatchLeft4Dead.com now, where this is being streamed through Hitbox, you know, it's actually a nice place to have all the streams conglomerated into one, and it integrates both Hitbox and Twitch TV to get what? What?
Down with Twitch. Down with Twitch. Down.
What? Down with Twitch. All right then. seeing XBy's political views here as well, anarchy towards Twitch TV. And we are going to be going live here, and I do believe the first hit is going to be a Boomer, Smoker, Charger, and Jockey. Yep. Bind rect to M2 to become sideways. Alright then.
Boomer looks to be coming from a very ideal spot. Oh, but he rockets in! Misses! That's pretty unfortunate there.
Indeed, now the rest of the hit will kind of trickle in here. They actually managed to get a nice 2-cap going out in the back of the Jockey.
Oh, wow!
This target's a double charge. That was pretty nice. And the infected team isn't giving up yet. They are doing, I think that first hit pretty much set the tone there. That they are doing quite well for the start off the chapter, I'd say. Yeah. That was unfortunate. But yeah, like we said, we are going to see the tank at 45% here. That's going to be a pool room tank, I think.
Oh, wow. Pool room tank. Oh, they got their B-hops on.
Oh, boy. The witch is up, too.
Where's this witch?
She is by the door.
Oh, wow. Not sure about this. Oh, Smoker's up. Smoker gets to pull into her. Oh, he's going for it. He's too far away, though. He was too far away for that shot.
Rest of the hit did go in there in the back after that Hunter and Boomer combination. The Boomer actually summoned the Hunter mid-pounce, and the Jockey really wasn't able to land a whole lot of support there. But yeah, we should see our tank pretty soon. That will be a down though under Rochelle, so they will not get the 25 points. But I'd say Survivors are still in a pretty good position to take this tank.
Got a Charger up here. He might charge down the stairs here, free charge. No, he's gonna be positioning up forward. Oh no, he's hesitating. He's hesitating. He doesn't know. Nope, he doesn't have a choice now.
The Charge Smith Smoke here. This could actually be a pretty brutal attack if they get to go in the way that they want to. Boomer spawns up. Boomer tries to get a long boom there. Isn't going to get it. And Survivors will have to drop here, actually, so it might not be a pool room tank. They actually might have to just drop it and take it back out into the street. Oh, Proxy goes out on the Yams. Unfortunate for him, but now the rest of the hit will probably wait until they go over. Charger actually goes in there, manages to land a nice charge.
Great charge.
Wow. That's going to be a lot of damage going out with the double charge, and then that's going to be a down onto Ellis, and the pull also went out. That's a lot of... And actually the tank
is up!
Oh,
Tank could wipe! Tank could wipe!
Let's go over to Worm. Let's go, XBy.
Yeah, keep him in there. Keep him on this side.
I'm gonna use cars.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
Can you go for Ellis?
Smoker, grabbers, ASAP. Nice. Rochelle's in cut.
Push him away. Vicky, go back for Ellis. Push him away.
I can't get him.
Just keep doing it.
Oh my god.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah,
They're coming.
You're gonna have to help her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I will. Horde going full. Actually, yeah, be careful. Nice fight. Now use the card and like just smack them. You got it,
Good job.
Got it.
You did. No, I spoke too soon.
It's fine, it's close.
Alright, and we are back there. We just saw an unfortunate miss there by Vixen that would have secured the white. What do you think they could have done different there with that tank?
Well, I think they said the right decision saying in panic mode for them. Yeah, that's what Rob's saying. I think definitely the tank did go in at the right time, but I think he probably could have focused on the Survivors in the back instead of chasing after Ellis in the front. Because after he went after Ellis in the front there, he kind of separated himself and let the Survivors get the pickup. Survivors had to not take that down pre-tank and then get across the white band before the rest of the attack came in. Have a Charger going to get right now. It's going to land on the Rochelle in the front. Boomer actually does get the spawn and gets a tri-boom there. Jockey also lands on the Rochelle in the front there, and Pole goes out in the back. It's going to be a nice 2-cap here. That's not a whole lot of help left for Survivors. But yeah, generally I think it would be better for the tank not to focus a singular Survivor and just get the sure-downs in the back.
Well, you probably could have got the car into the alley, too. The car, the dumpsters, I don't know if the dumpsters are hittable anymore, but the car definitely could have just hit it over the green fence and killed that down Survivor.
I'm about to die.
Yeah, that probably would have done something as well there. And I mean, survivors did pretty much all they could have done with the situation they were given. So, and they managed to survive. So it's not a total loss for them, I don't think. Probably not going to survive the event though, unfortunately.
Oh wow, the death stop. See, 2 people are dead now. Oh, he almost goes down. He might go down from common infected.
Oh, he's going for it. Nick almost walked through the spit though. Now he's going to have to clear the rest of this as he moves out. And it's going to be the start of the event. And Yams also seems to have found pills, so he's probably going to be able to stay alive for a little bit longer. I know we're not going to be able to see it on this turn, X-Spy, but how do you usually, like, are you a fan of rushing the event halfway through, or just kind of waiting the entire thing out?
Depends on what they save. If they save a smoker, you can't rush this event.
Speaking of those, actually, one of them has a whole coach.
Oh,
in
that
this.
Oh, and that'll be it. That's it. That's it.
That's it?
A valiant effort. A valiant effort by our survivors here. But that is it.
But yeah, unfortunately, this is a very, very tough chapter to survive, especially with health bonus. First part of it's giving that tank, second part is that event, so... Yeah, I don't believe we'll be seeing a comeback, unless we decide to play finale for once, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I think they said at the beginning of the game that they weren't playing finale.
Oh no, I don't think it's, I think they tried to make attempts to nerf it, but then they just kind of figured the entire thing was just so, I guess, unbalanced from a foundational standpoint that it's really hard to actually nerf. Yeah, so, do you have any general thoughts on the game so far, X-Spy?
Well, a couple things to note is you need to, you gotta kill the special infected. You gotta. I think it's pretty simple to say it, and I think it's the general idea, but you need to make sure you gotta get better at tracking those SI. You gotta get better at M2ing them since M2 is still in the game. So you just gotta kill those SI. And right now we're seeing, a couple of people that just are having issue with the special infected and thus are getting capped, taking a lot of damage. And also just coordination as the survivors. You need to be watching those spawns, you need to be ready for those charge spits. You gotta know where those charge spits are going to be coming from and focusing those charges down.
Yeah, you definitely said it, and that's a big part of the game, is being able to handle those SI. We'll see our survivor team, they can try to make a valiant comeback here on the last chapter. And the first hit will indeed be a jockey, a charger, a smoker, and a boomer for our special infected team. We can see exactly where they're coming from. Charger wants to go from the safe room. Boomer and Hunter, actually, they're all going to go in here right now. Boomer gets a nice plot in front. That charger's going to land as well. They pull it out, they have to clear. That might be another tri-cap. It's close to it. Jockey got shut down. That's still a lot of damage going out to the survivors right now, X-Spy.
We're about to see one person slow for the rest of the map. No, it's going to be 2 people slow. Oh, so close.
I'm a reload.
Another thing here is don't be distracted by a single SI. As we saw there, all 4 survivors were looking at that smoker, and what happened? Charge and boom, and almost had a jockey. That would have been a tri-cap right there.
Yeah, you said it. That would have been a massive amount of damage if the jockey had also managed to land. It was a great amount of damage to start off with, but now it's for us to be a little bit careful here as well, because that smoker seems to want to get a pull from the back. They need to be careful not to leave somebody behind up top. I don't think they will. They will drop into these common here. That probably will initiate the next pick coming out. This is going to be a Hunter, a Boomer, a Smoker, and a Jockey. That Smoker is going to get the pull in the back. Hunter's going in for a cover. Hunter is going to drop down here, tries to get another pounce. He's going to get away. Yeah,
and Hunter just going for round 2 there.
Just kind of taking their time right now. They're going to hit on Witch, I bet you.
Oh, well, definitely. Let's see. Like YOLO, you know? Don't want to bother supporting that Witch.
There are points at which to take a hit on the Witch and points at which not to. I think usually you see if there's a better hit coming up, like the ladder hit in Dark Carnival Map 2 or something like that, then you'll see the special infected save. But most of the time, hitting on Witches is still something that happens. Oh, they're going to draw.
Here's the draw crown.
Got it.
19 damage DP onto Coach. We see some God frames going on to Nick here. No one clearing his ton really quick, so he gets ticked twice. Oh, and that rejock.
Of course, the 2 brothers taunting each other with some wonderful vocabulary. It's always good to have a family affair when you're playing opposite on Left 4 Dead, isn't it, X-Spy?
Family affair?
Yeah, because Op and Henry are brothers.
Fair.
God damn it.
Well then.
Where's your head at, XY? Oh, Charger goes out there and manages to land in the front. Not sure exactly why the Charger went in by himself, but he got some damage.
Maybe he's becoming the tank. I mean, I don't really know. I can't see anymore. They seem to remove that from spectators.
Yeah, they did. Spectators and both the Survivor and spectators are now allowed to see who will become the tank.
Oh, that boomer.
True.
That sneaky boomer.
Oh, he could get it. No, he won't.
Well, we also get a 2-2 here. 2-2 here is actually really, really strong. Alright, Tank is up. Tank is going to be up in the hands of Maytech, so I guess we were right there. Yes, he was sacking for Tank. What boom?
Oh,
incredible.
And they're caught inside. We should probably take it to a worm right now.
Oh, man. I'm going. I'm going.
Go.
Okay, what's that?
Nice. 2 down.
Yeah, coach is dead.
Alright, coach dead.
You can just wait for your spawn.
Yeah, wait for support. I can spawn.
Yeah, you can go in whenever you want, man.
Yeah, it's almost surely gonna be a
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, with the troll shot.
I can go and get
Oh,
smoke on one.
the sneaky.
The insta smoke.
Alright, and we are back. And the GGs are going out here. So I guess we will not be playing Finale. So, what do you think, Dusty?
Called me Dusty.
Oh god, sorry. I've been practicing with him a lot. What do you think, Rails?
I think that I'm very insulted now, XY. I think you called me Dusty. No, I think it was actually a lot closer game than the score indicates, honestly. Just a few of the plays there at the tanks were what really separated it. Generally, yeah, the things to take away would be the positioning, as we talked about as survivors, and the propensity to shut down those SI, and just get practice with kind of not being distracted by a single infected, as we said. Because when you get distracted by a single infected, that opens up avenues for the rest of the special infected team to come in. So, yeah, I'd say that's definitely the way in which to look at it. You know, not to get discouraged, because at the competitive level, it's all about that kind of coordination. It's not about the single player being the superstar, and I think it's just a thing to keep on playing with and keep on training, because you can always get better.
I completely agree. Alrighty, so, I mean, people are still loading in long. Alright, people are leaving, and we are getting in the waiting room. Alright, so, that will be the end of Left2Learn, April 12th, 2014. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next week.
Yes.
Well then. That was such an outro. Alright. See you guys.
Yes.